Hello and welcome to my craft room. For those of you who have been with me for a long time, I had reviewed the Dahle 550 trimmer a while back. I think maybe a year and a half ago, I'm not sure. I was still very new to the videos. I really didn't expect very many people to watch the video, and I was very much geared towards, at the time, more Stampin' Up! Demonstrators or crafters who were just kind of frustrated with the little trimmers that, you constantly have to replace little blades, and, the accuracy is not always top notch, as well as not necessarily the best edge when you cut. So however, I did find that there are actually a decent amount of people who are interested in these cutters, professional photographers, etc., where you're looking for a really good review where a person can show you things. And I know I'm kind of rambling at this moment, but I rambled a lot more in the first video. So I wanted to sort of take a step back and do another review to kind of show you exactly what makes this cutter very special in my line of work. So most of what I do is creating gift cards, boxes, envelopes, stuff like that, where I need precise cuts every time, or when I fold my card it's going to look funny, etc. But I also do some I print my own photographs and cut those out. And I do find that I have had this for many years. I was going to try to find the order to get the year, but I can't. So it has been many years though. I would guess about 7, 8, 9 years maybe that I've had this machine. I've not replaced the blade yet, but it is replaceable. You can either replace just the blade itself if you're brave enough and you can take this apart and you're not afraid of touching the blades. If you want, you can also replace this entire piece here that will have the blade already on it. And I will give you a link to the website that you can find for the USA where you can get these. This is a German machine, but there is a USA website, and they also they give a decent discount. For instance, this machine is supposed to be $249 and it's $133 right now on their site. So just to give you an idea, I do think that that's really awesome. So here's the best part of this entire thing. Now, no, this is not portable. You're not gonna be a crafter where you take it and you're bringing it to different events and bringing it to your best friend's house. This is definitely something more that that will stay at home, but you will love it. You will absolutely love it if you do get this trimmer. At least I believe so, because I have loved this forever. I used to go through numerous cutting machines. They just kept breaking on me. Random pieces would break. The accuracy was horrible, as I said. The edges were not perfect. So one thing I did want to point out, if you are a photographer and you're going to be doing a lot of photographs, or you're a scrapbooker, one thing that I do, because you will probably know that your printer does not always roll the paper through in a perfect, precise manner. I mean, perhaps, the way advanced printers do. I don't know. I've only had, the basics. I have an Epson photo something or other series that's wide format. It's awesome, but it does not always pull the paper perfectly. So I can't always just line it up here and definitely cut straight if I want it to be absolutely accurate. So that could be, I know that could be a little frustrating. What I do then, to make sure that every cut is perfect, I usually do this in a shaded area, because I'm wondering if you're going to be able to see this on the camera. If you move this around, you'll be able to actually see this shadow here. Make sure my head's not in the way. There's a shadow where the trimmer here is, and you can just line it up like that, pull it over, and it'll be perfect every single time. So let me try to do that really quick for you. My head will probably be in the way, so I probably won't give you an up high shot, but if you see, like, it's a perfect, beautiful edge here, and I can just go around and cut my things out that way, and I just, again, line it up perfectly. That way every time it is absolutely accurate. Otherwise, again, when your paper goes through the printer, it's not always perfect. If you're not worried about the size being precise, then you could always line it up, slice, and then do it this way, slice. Eventually it's going to be a perfect size, not lopsided, but that is, however, how I like to do it. So that's how I get something like that. For making everything one size, and again, I did mention this before, this paint does peel off after excessive amounts of use, so that can be a downside. A fantastic crafter wondered if you could just put some acetate down, some clear something to make it so that it's not rubbing against. I haven't tried that yet because I'm not really sure how that's going to work exactly, adhering it, and I don't want to ruin it, so I haven't actually done that. But it's a great idea if you want to protect that surface. So I can cut, and it will always be the 5.5 right there. So I can do this for cards, score it. And this is great. It cuts multiple cardstocks. So this is 100-something pounds. So let me get a few of these cut so I can see. I'm not really sure how many. I don't push it too hard, but let's see. That's 4. So that does it, but it's not quite perfect. So maybe not quite that many. Let's try 3 sheets, and this is again extremely heavy cardstock. I think this is like 110 pound, possibly a little more. So that's better. So I could do 3 sheets of that. Whoops. So that means if you're just using regular paper, you could get a decent stack, and you cut it each time, and you're gonna have these great edges. I think that's fantastic. So another thing I really like about this. So let me turn this upside down so you can get an idea. Let's see if you can see that on the camera. All right, so here's the blade. Now it goes a little bit past where, you know, your edge is. When it cuts, it's resharpening itself. It's a resharpened blade. So as you're moving it along, it's also making sure that it's resharpening itself, which I think is fantastic. It makes it so the cuts are always really awesome. You can screw this into a counter, workstation, a wall. That is possible. Again, this is a nice little magnetic little thing here so that you can get your accurate shapes. You will want to be careful not to put too much pressure because, you know, obviously it can shift a little bit. So you just lay carefully and it'll be great. Making most of what you're laying plush is going to be against this, and you're going to be great. Trying to think of anything else. I did get asked if these have a score blade, and I could not find one. There are different cutting machines. I know that there are ones that are more geared towards crafters. I don't know what those are like because they weren't out when I bought this. At the time, this was the smallest one I could find for, you know, like more affordable for what my purposes were. So I'm not sure if each machine is different. Someone did leave a comment before and said make sure you're getting the Pro Series because they weren't very happy with some of the other ones. So all I know is that this has been a great lifesaver for me. So hopefully this will be something that you can use, whether it's for a professional reason and you want something that's going to give you accurate cuts as well as great edges every time. Again, I've not had to replace the blade. It's pretty old. I'll probably have to at some point, but I just haven't had to yet. So yeah, I hope this helps. I hope this gives you a good idea. It is helpful having the A5 size, showing it this way, that way. You know, they have the different sizes. It's just the A4. It's just that you can't see it as well on mine anymore. So yeah, anyway, so this is a really great trimmer. In my opinion, I really love it. Again, I'll give you a link to the store where you can actually get these for a decent amount off, and they're really friendly and nice over there. So I think you'll like them. But let me know what you guys think about the trimmer and even, you know, any of your stories of what you've been going through trying to find the right trimmer. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully, you know, it gives you an idea. My first one, the camera was a not as nice camera, so you couldn't really see very well. I did have a different trimmer where I showed you like it had actually frayed the edges, because some of those little craft trimmers can do that, but I don't have it with me anymore, so I can't show you. But it, you know, this does give you a really good precise cut. so the edge is really nice. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and leave them down, and I'll try to answer them to my best ability. And hopefully, again, this helps give you a good insight into the Dahle 550 series. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great day. I hope you find the trimmer that you're looking for if you're searching. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.